following program brought to you by the Grill Master. Welcome to the show, Backyard Grilling with the Grill Master. This is my backyard, and I am the Grill Master. Just to introduce you into our little new cover here that we put up. So I'm excited. It might be a little noisy because it's kind of windy today, but I tell you what, we can overlook that and stuff, so it won't be no worse than those dogs. So anyway, but you know, I think I'm gonna enjoy it because it kind of covers everything. So the weather ain't gonna be much of a factor here, but anyway, today's featured sponsor, Amigos right there on North University. And I tell you what, Adrian over there and all the crew, go see him. Make sure you tell him the Grill Master sent you. But most importantly, what I'm gonna start off with is on New Year's Day, you know, just spending some family time together. And I made some menudo. That's a Mexican cuisine. It's very traditional, it's very flavorful, but I had my son out here, my little one Jose, and he filmed me while I was doing the menudo, so it was pretty cool. We were out here together just hanging out, and at the very beginning of the of my show back, you know, two years ago, that was one of the things that was my point, was it's about being in the backyard and having the family out there, and you know, enjoying your time together with them and all that. So it's been a lot of fun. Jose really enjoyed it, so we had a good time. I hope you enjoy it too. We've got it all put together, so that's going to be really nice, and I hope you enjoy it, the recipe and everything. But again, at Amigos, you can get everything, the ingredients for the menudo, you can get it at Amigos. It's just go by there, like I said, and see Adrian. They can get you taken care of. Since this show is sponsored by Amigos, I'm going to do a couple other things out there that they have. Some of the things, like the menudo and what I'm fixing to do here, you buy ingredients and you prepare it at home and you cook it and all that. But they also have pre-seasoned and food that you can get there. And one of the things I'm going to do is called a discada, and all it is, it's lots of itty bitty cuts of meats with some jalapenos and some bell peppers, onion, and we're going to cook it on the Mexican wok, on our disco. And just like these right here, these are sweetbreads. This is another traditional Mexican cuisine that we used to do when me and my buddies used to get together, and on the weekends and stuff, we were gonna barbecue this, a lot of it, part of it, I'm sorry. And on these sweetbreads today, I've done, we're gonna do them a couple of ways. One, we're having marinated. I took a cup of buttermilk and some a clove of garlic, diced it up, and I took one serrano pepper, diced it up, and some kosher salt, a little bit of black pepper, and about a teaspoon of ground cumin, and just put it in that, mixed it all up, then put my the first thing I did on my sweetbreads was I took them out of the package. They come in a little vacuum pack like this, small. I put these in a pot of water and I boiled them, let it boil, and they kind of semi-cooked. You don't want to cook them all the way through, but they semi-cooked. And then I took them out and I put them in cold water real quick, and then I put them in our marinade. And then, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut these into pieces, just a good, you know, edible pieces, maybe 2 inches or so, just kind of like that, you know. Maybe you could call it a large bite size, whatever, you know. You can do it, and it's easier that way, because what we're going to do now is we're going to make a little mix there with some flour, some kosher salt, black pepper, and a pinch of cayenne pepper, and we're going to just dredge them in there. And we have our Mexican wok over here, and we're gonna put a couple of tablespoons of unsalted butter and let it melt, and then we're gonna just get these on there and fry them real quick, and I'll tell you what, it's really tasty and spicy. So it doesn't take much. We're gonna, like I said, about a cup of flour or so. We're gonna take about a teaspoon of kosher salt, and we're gonna take about a teaspoon of coarse ground black pepper, and then we're gonna take a pinch of cayenne pepper. So these are gonna be spicy. So of course, you know, the serrano pepper, you can de-seed it, you can add just half of it, or you can add more, whatever. We'll take our whisk here and just kind of whisk these ingredients together here. It doesn't take much because not much there, just a little bit. And then these pieces we cut up, we'll just put them in there and just get them lightly coated. Doesn't take much. So then once we get this done, like I said, we'll get this unsalted butter. I'll get the Food Club brand, just the same, it's all good. And we're gonna put it on our disc over there, or Mexican wok as I like to call it, and then just put them in to cook, and it won't take long. It's pretty easy. Now that's one thing, you know, right now, you know, it's kind of cool outside and don't want to be out there too long, but you still have some good time there where it's warm enough, and do a little grilling. And so this is pretty simple, and it doesn't take long, and so you're not going to be out in the cold very long, but you're still out here getting the grill on. So work. We'll take them over there and put them on that Mexican wok. And like I said, this is pretty easy. We got our butter here, it's kind of melted, and then you just take your little pieces of sweetbreads and just kind of put in that butter, and then just bring it up a little bit. Now the other set that we have, I'm just going to throw them on the grill. I'm going to season them with a little bit of salt and pepper, and then just throw them on the grill. That's how we used to do it. We didn't do stuff like this. Later on, as I grew up and I was looking for different recipes and things, you know, different ways to do it, that's where we came up with, and that's where I got this idea here. But and you can do it at home inside in your kitchen, and on your just a skillet, cast iron skillet if you like. But if not, you know, this if you have a disc, it's great. So we'll get those cooking real quick. All right, now like I said, this discada is just, it's a discada, what it is. But anyway, it's pretty simple, but it's just a great, it's full of flavors. Like I said, it's got some weenies, smoked sausage, some beef chunks. It's got Mexican chorizo. It's got some jalapenos, onions, some you know, a few other ingredients in there. I don't know what all, but the good thing is this: you just go up there. It's got some tomato. Just go up there to Amigos, go up to that meat market and just tell them, hey, I want some discada, and they're gonna tell you how many pounds, and you tell them whatever you want, and there you go. It's not hard. And then just put it in, we'll put it on our little Mexican wok here. It doesn't take long because most of it's already cooked. As long as it, you know, once you get them jalapenos and them onions and they're soft, you know, kind of like sauteed, pretty much gonna be ready. We got a little bit of that's that Mexican chorizo there, like I said, and it's got some pieces of beef in there, you know, right in there. So, and all you do is just warm up a tortilla. Shoom, you ready to go. And this is I'm filming this because this is my first ever attempt on my own by myself to make some menudo. It's a Mexican cuisine, and it's really, you know, it's popular, but this is just part of it here that I'm gonna try at home. I've helped at church. you know, I help make it at church, you know, when the Knights have the kitchen and stuff. But we make a lot of it, so, you know, I'm just going to make a pot just for here at home. So we'll see how it goes. It's pretty windy. I put up this makeshift little tent thing. I just put it together with extra parts I had here and there, what have you. It's pretty cool. I don't know if you can tell, but it's got like, you know, it's got a cover on it. Just, you know, goes all the way down, what have you. You know, it's got a little top. You know, the only thing it doesn't have is the sides. You know, the sides don't, there's nothing on the sides. So, but anyway, what we're doing here, and the way it starts is we have some fresh honeycomb. This is the actual cow stomach. It comes packaged, and it's just one deal here. Now you can tell, you know, packaged, and then it's vacuum packed, so it holds pretty well. But anyway, I'm gonna open this up so I can show you what's in here. This is about a 3-pound package here. Again, it's part of the cow stomach. It's the honeycomb part, you know, and it comes whole like this. You know, this, and that's why they call it honeycomb, because it looks like a honeycomb and what have you. But we'll take this, and I try to just, I cut it, most of it, to cut in strips like this, and then we'll take our knife and then just cut it like, you know, into pieces. You know, this, when you cook it, this is going to shrink, so you don't want to cut them too small, but you know, you don't want to cut them too big either. But just, you know, however you want to is fine. It's just some, like I said, it's just gonna cut it like that. I need to sharpen my knife a little bit. So that's what I like about these fillet knives. These are just regular fillet knives you find out there at Academy, Walmart, wherever, and they have some there at Market Street, United, some of them. And just a couple of little rubs on that sharpener there, and then you're ready to go. Some of this, I mean, the knife sharpened, but some of this honeycomb is tough, and so you have to kind of press down a little bit, but just, you know, that's pretty much ready to go. And these are the extra pieces, and these I just kind of, however I see, just kind of try to follow a pattern. It's, you know, there's, because like this right here, it's so thick and it doesn't come apart. So you want to make sure you cut those pieces kind of small, so they're not, you know, when it cooks, it renders down, but it's still gonna, you know, it's so thick. One little piece, see how it comes big. Once you cut it, there's some pieces that kind of extend out, like this one doesn't. And that, to me, that's just too big, so we'll just cut it in half, just kind of like that. But that's basically what we do with the honeycomb. Now, once we get all this honeycomb cut up, we're gonna take it, put it in our Dutch oven here, and then we just put some water in it and let it cook. This has to cook. I don't know exactly how long this amount will take, but it'll take a while. Probably maybe 2 hours or so to cook. If you can, if you're able to, I would do this outside, because it does have an odor. It's not a bad odor, but it has its distinct odor. kind of like fish. You know, a lot of people don't like cooked fish in the house because it stinks up the house. Well, it doesn't really stink it up. It just the fish has an odor, and so this does too. This honeycomb, it has an odor. So if you're able to do it outside, that'd be great. You know, if not, that's, you know, I don't know if you've ever cooked fish in your house, and you have, and you know how to remove the odor of the fish, then you can do the same thing with this after you're done cooking. So, you know, I've got my little place out here, you know, which is where I do the show. So we're doing this outside. We're gonna have our burners going out here, so the house won't be stinking up. So anyway, all right. Now another part of the menudo are these pig's feet. You don't have to. Some people like them, some people don't, but I do. So again, you can buy these. They're packaged. Farmland brand, sponsor of the show. Yeah. And all we're gonna do is, they're kind of frozen, but it doesn't. I mean, they've just been thawing out. But we're just gonna put these in this Dutch oven here, and put some water in it. Put it on our burner, and let them start cooking. And you do that so that it doesn't. I mean, so they cook. You kind of cook them here, so they won't be, you know, that with that menudo. And it's better if you cook them separate, and then put them in the menudo. And, so right now we're just gonna put some water in here and let them start cooking. We've got our menudo. I had to change from my Dutch oven to my handy dandy deep fryer, turkey deep fryer pot here, just because I needed some room. Because once we add the hominy and the pig's feet and stuff, you know, it's gonna rise a little bit, and with that on that Dutch oven, it was already pretty full. So the pig's feet, we put them to boil, and the time factor on that, you know, you put them in there, and once that water starts boiling, you leave them for about 30-45 minutes or so, and then you take them out, and then just put them in the pot with the menudo, with the rest of the menudo. And let them cook. And then once that beef tripe, that honeycomb gets soft, not where it's falling apart, but it's soft enough, you know, you can kind of take a little bite, and you know, and kind of look for the texture. But once it's ready, then we'll take this little, and I use that Fiesta brand menudo spice mix. I said that's about 9 pounds of menudo. So I'll use about 1 bag. I know it says here 3 pounds. This will season 3 pounds, but again, you remember we took those chilies and we boiled them, and then put them in a little food processor, and then it made a sauce like that, and that adds a lot to it right there. I think this is enough flavor for what I'm making, and then I put about 2/3 of the chili. Again, you can always add, you can't take away, so you know, you just put a little and you taste, and then go, you know, you go that route. Now on the hominy, hominy is hominy, but there's white hominy that is available, and then there's some yellow hominy. You can tell the difference there. I prefer the yellow. It's just a personal preference. It's really no big deal, but I'm gonna go ahead and put both of them in there. It's no big deal. It's the same thing. It's hominy, you know. So I'm gonna put probably 2 cans. Now I drained these before. When I opened them, I drained them. I'm gonna kind of look. I might add some more. There's maybe half a can or more. I'm going to go ahead and put it all in there. Cool. And then we let it cook for about 10-15 minutes, and then we'll taste it. We'll see how the flavor's doing, if it needs more, maybe some more salt or some more of the pepper, that pepper sauce. Again, I think the spices it's pretty good. Just right now, yeah, that tastes pretty good. We'll let it cook, and then we'll see how it does, and then we'll go from there. So, put my lid on here, let it cook, and then we'll come back. All right, folks, there it is. Nice bowl of menudo. You can see the honeycomb, you can see the hominy, the pig's feet, the color, the texture, everything. It's cooked, it's ready to eat. I'll tell you what, I didn't bring my spoon, but I'm gonna. Woo! Well, there you have it, folks. First and foremost, I hope you enjoyed the menudo part of it. I enjoyed it. It was real good. But today also, like I said, the sweetbreads, you know, we had them marinated in that buttermilk mix. And then we just grilled them. And I mean, they're not, you know, it's just, we just threw them on the grill. And they need to make sure that they cook well. And then our discada, it's well and done, you know. And all you do is just warm up your tortillas and make you some tacos. So again, thank you very much to Adrian out there at Amigos for sponsoring the show. Make sure you go by there and you tell them that the Grill Master sent you. Look for all this there. They have it readily and available. You know, things you can add to it, or guacamole, pico de gallo, just whatever. They have that already there mixed and ready to go. You know, like I said, everything you want to look at something easy, that, you know, that's the place to go, because they have it already ready. So thank you, Adrian. Thank you, Amigos. Thank you, United. Greatly appreciate all the sponsors. You know, Cargill, Pilgrims, Farmland, United Supermarkets, Market Street 502, right here on 50th Indiana, where I work on Saturdays. Also, McCormick's, Stubbs, All Seasons Property Care, Cactus Creek Firewood, FirePitOutdoors.com. Make sure you visit them. Look for your fire pit. It's been cold, so you know I know it'll go good on your patio. So to all my sponsors, the Flint Hat Company, Jared, thank you very much. I greatly appreciate it. My recipe book is there. Don't forget my Facebook page, Backyard Grilling with the Grill Master. I hope you enjoyed the show. Thank you all very much to all the fans. All you all have come up to me, wish me a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Same to you all. Everybody out there, I greatly appreciate it. I hope you all are enjoying those recipe books. I know some of you took some to give for Christmas presents, so I hope that turned out good for you. But other than that, there it is, folks. I'm not gonna wait for the tortillas. I'm just gonna get me a little piece right here. I'm gonna cut it. As my dad would say, mira, listo. Backyard Grilling with the Grill Master, brought to you by these proud sponsors.